Well, we're sitting pretty warm here in the Brazos Valley. We're sitting at 84 degrees and it feels like 86 as we have some moisture inflow from the Gulf at 13 miles per hour, keeping us nice and humid throughout the next few days. And this is why we've issued a first alert weather day for Tuesday. We're going to see a gray and wet day with a high of 67, so pretty mild in terms of temperatures, but you need to watch out for that widespread on and off rain throughout the day. Isolated storms are possible, and we are keeping an eye out for some minor flooding in urban areas or places where the soil is more saturated from that activity today. Most of the Brazos Valley is in a 2 out of 5 storm risk for today. That main impacts being strong winds of upwards of 60 miles per hour, some pocket change size hail here and there with those individual cells, and a very, very minimal tornado risk as well that we are making sure to keep a close eye on. So just make sure you guys are staying in touch for updates with the KBTX weather app as well. And that's going to go until Wednesday at 4 a.m. We did have some showers off to our east, but for the rest of the evening, the Brazos Valley is looking pretty high and dry. If we zoom out a little bit, you'll see that activity has moved mostly over Louisiana, and that little red box right there has actually was just a green one. That is a flash flood advisory that has graduated to a flash flood warning. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go on throughout the night. That's likely to stay there for at least another hour and a half as that storm passes through to the east. And that's partly due to this low pressure system in the Gulf that is going to push eastward, making room for this big old H here above the Red River, which is a high pressure ridge coming in to dominate our weather system through the next few days. It's going to create a bit of a warming trend and going to keep our skies clear as we go on throughout the week. Multiple storms have initiated off the dry line in West Texas over the first half of this week. This is likely to continue until Wednesday. These storms will try very hard to reach the Brazos Valley, but it is unlikely that they will. But those 2 days, the Tuesday and Thursday, bring our highest risk of some flooding in some low-lying and urban areas. Here on Tuesday and Wednesday, we have an isolated threat on Wednesday, but that just means make sure you guys are watching the roadways as you're taking the kids to school or any kind of commuting that you're doing. These showers are mainly diurnally driven, meaning they arise with the heat of the day. But as soon as that sun goes below the horizon, they're gone. So we're not expecting you guys to have to cancel any kind of weekend plans, but just means that we need to be prepared. So have your rain jackets, have your umbrellas, and make sure you have the KBTX weather app handy for updates as we learn more. Partly cloudy skies in the Bryan College Station area tonight and across the Brazos Valley as we had some pop-up showers this evening, but we're likely to stay clear through the rest of the night. Right now, it's 81 degrees, and it feels like 84 because that moisture influx from the Gulf. We have a south wind from 16 miles per hour. That's likely to continue over the next 3 days. But tonight's lows, we're looking at 70 degrees for the Bryan College Station area, and the rest of the area pretty shy of that, just by a couple degrees, looking at 68s most of the time. But tomorrow, we're going to rise up to 86 degrees in Bryan College Station, with the majority of the area seeing around 83 and 82. Still around a couple degrees above the normal high of 79 degrees. But we're going to see a gradual warming trend through Tuesday through Friday. We hit a high of 88 degrees before a cold front comes through, bringing us some rain cooling on Saturday and bring us a cool down to 76 degrees on Sunday. But that's why we have a first alert weather day on Saturday, because that cold front is going to cause some scattered storms and a cool down beneath the front. So we'll have more of that coming up. It's important to point out the sunshine when we get it, right?